Hello. So, hey. So, today, the first order of the day is going to be to redesign this mechanism for adjusting the torsion bars. So, let's put this on the side. Okay. So, while this works pretty good, the problem with this is that it's too big. And, hello, Anton. Uh, so, we need to build something that's smaller. Preferably, yeah, I'm late. I'm probably 5 minutes late as well. So there you go. So preferably, I would use this guy here and have half a stud offset somewhere. We'll see. Let's. I mean, I have to experiment with this first. I'm new to this. I haven't worked a lot with worm gears, so I don't know. Either we use this or something, but this is just too big. Entirety. It's too long, and this guy here is actually, I don't know. It's impeding the late club. But hey, let's let's see. Let's see. Let's first have some. First, we're gonna make a few. Just some parts so we can see where we're at. The new worm gear is no better than this. It's actually larger. So I don't know. This is, and the diameter is the same. So it's really the same. It's just another part. And probably when we're done here, the new worm gear would fit here. So I don't know. I'm fine with this. But what I want to see is if we can fit either this or this in here. I know that 8-tooth gear would fit. So this guy would fit and would make things easier. I don't know. But this is a very fragile part. And I don't really think we can trust this part to take a lot of force. This is probably going to break. So I'm not even considering it. So it's off the table. So either one of these two is probably going to work. Oh yeah, but still, okay. We can have a one stud thick worm gear, but still, we're still at the same problem. The worm gear has the same diameter than this, meshes with the same gears, but it's just one stud thick. Okay, we can kind of keep this in mind while we design this. I can always order it, but the geometry is not going to change really dramatically. So let's see what we can do here. Uh, so I think this guy is probably half a stud offset from this. Of course, this means that he has to be in the on the torsion bar axle, and the mechanism is going to be offset on the body. But this isn't something that's a huge catastrophe. We can do that. Yeah, could be. Um but in our case, yeah, but in our case, really, for just for the proof of concept, this is enough. I mean, I can order the new worm gears at a later time, and we replace them with this. No problem. Um, but first, let's see how we can get that half a stat offset. And we're doing this because just, I don't know, this takes too much space, way too much space, and I'm not comfortable with that. Too much space and too many parts. So we'll see. Let's see what we can do. Mm, let's see. So, no, this isn't going to work. We need half a stud offset. So, okay. Yeah, it was predictable. Yeah. And of course the worm gear is thick, so we need to go around it. No. Hmm. How to get this offset? Very interesting. I mean, I would prefer to use this, but I'm willing, for the sake of argument, I'm willing to put this guy to a stress test. Um, Using linear actuators would actually take up way more space than this. Way more. Just imagine. I mean, this is the easiest way to adjust the springs and keep them locked. Um, David, we are redesigning now the mechanism for adjusting the torsion bars because this guy is too big. So, I mean, we can, for shits and giggles, I don't care if we break the gear. Just make a mechanism with this, because this is two studs wide, and see if this guy breaks or what happens. I mean, we're going to kind of put it on stress, under stress, and see if he dies. He dies. So, uh, what do we need? It doesn't even have to be in the middle. We can do it like this. It can be at the bottom. This makes things a little bit easier. A tiny bit easier. But no. Because of this, yeah. This is biting us. It cannot be here. And we need to take this as a measurement. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, depends on the generation. You see, these here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Camera, hey. Okay, these here are the newest ones, and they have only two notches for the gears, for the axles, and they look quite fragile. Okay. Oh, come on. So you mean... Come on. You mean this guy? Oh, come on, camera. Yeah. Okay. We'll use these. Okay, we'll use these. Okay. What are our options? Indeed, the one stud worm gear would be handy here. It would minimize our mechanism, but still, we just need a proof of concept for now, and we can design it. The bottom can be designed as if this is a one stud, so I'm fine with that. But this guy needs room here to rotate. We have to keep this in mind. We have to keep this in mind, and I think I have an idea. Let's just use this. Yeah, come on. Why are you not closing? Come on, guys. Okay, so I would use this guy. Then then I would use this. On top, I can use this. And then like this. And this. So, see? We have a worm gear mechanism that works quite neatly and is, if we take a look at it, a lot smaller than the previous version. A lot smaller. I like this. Question is it any good? So let's put it under a stress test. Let's say, I don't know, we design a lever. And then yeah, this actually works. Of course, the action here is, yeah, it's very strongly braced. It works, and you know what the best part is? The best part is we can place it horizontally. Like this even. And this is realistic. This is how it's placed on the real car. And it can be under everything. Hold on. Unexpected phone. I need to answer it. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to take this phone call. What do you mean it will ruin the tunnel? No way it will ruin the tunnel. Look, let me show you how it's going to be mounted. It's going to be mounted here. See? Exactly at the edge. Exactly. I mean, we have five studs here. We don't need more. And if it's mounted horizontally, this means that it actually frees up all of this space. We don't have to deal with this. There's plenty of room for the steering now, which this is impeding. So this is exactly how it's done on the rear car. If you ask me, I'm fine with that. And of course, as I said to you, we need some friction here so it doesn't turn as easy. And then we can have it like in the real car, where you adjust each side separately, but this needs to it turns way too easily. So vibration and stuff can easily change the height. This can't, but vibration of this axle can. So we need to add some engineer some friction here, so it doesn't do that. And I'm okay with that. This is actually what I wanted. So let's do another one, and then let's see how we're going to mount them. This is actually perfect. See, as yesterday we had all of this just to, as a mechanism to adjust the springs, and now we're down to a very compact size. And that's the goal. Optimize stuff until it's just about right. Yeah, but a ratchet, ideally, this would be enough. If I manage to make a mechanism where just a pin, you see, if we, for example, uh, if we at the end plug this in with a pin, and we have, I don't know, we have this connection, and the pin here is inside of a lift arm, and then I can turn this, you see, then I can adjust this freely, but the friction here doesn't allow vibration and stuff to adjust this on its own. That's the idea, and that's what I'm aiming at. And you can always, yeah, it's I mean, as much friction as the pin produces, and that's fine. That's really good. Of course, we're going to use now that we have this system, we're going to use a shorter axle here, where the gear is going to be just here. So yeah, and this is going to be part of the mechanism, so the mechanism can be removed as a module. Again, we want stuff to be modular, so it's all very good, very good. Can we use this? No, we can't. Is there a 6 axle with stop? I don't think so. I don't think there is. Um, Yeah, but one hole is enough. I mean, we could use this. Let's see. We could use this. Just enough. Just about. Yeah. It would sit. No? What do you mean no? Why are you so negative? Stop the negative ways. You can do it like this. Oh. Yeah, not with this. But if we had... Yeah, if we had, for example, if we had now a one stud worm gear, this would be a viable option. Put the worm gear on. No, wait. No. No, it's not a viable option. Sorry. Sorry for misleading you. But if we had... No. Actually, to be honest, if we had a one stud worm gear, uh, it would be worse. This is actually... Yeah, I thought so. You know, if this was a build with modified parts, we would have a an axle with a six stud axle with a stop. But as it turns out, yeah. So this is it. This is our mechanism. We're not going to change it. We're going to use the 8 stud axle. Doesn't matter. I don't know if we place. We'll see where we place this guy, depending on the room we have. I don't know. Maybe like this. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Again, everything here. No, 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 no. Not in this build. We are not modifying a single part. We're not modifying a single part here. Not with this build. I want you to be able to build this at home without modifying or destroying any of your parts. Okay, and we also have to keep in mind. Wait a minute. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Look at that. Now we also have the opportunity that this guy is closer to the springs, so the torsion will be increased. Very nice. Okay, but we're gonna use these axles with stop. So, like this. And this plugs in directly into the torsion bar. Only, yeah, I'll use this for this side. Okay. It's a shame actually that this is allowed to slide too much, but I guess the sliding action is useful in some mechanisms. Where is it? Okay. Okay. There we go. Time for some tea. Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so let's mount these two inside of our beautiful suspension. Let's see how we can mount them. And see what's up. Okay. I mean, the adjusting is rather crude because of course the gear is smaller, but I guess it's yeah, I guess we'll have to get used to it. Whatever, it'll be fine. So let's see how to install this. Well, the simplest bit would be to just install them first like this. Yeah, but the gear is not really the problem. The gear is fine. Okay. And also what we need to keep in mind that it's the charger build, not the challenger build. We have to keep in mind that this guy also provides support for the wheel when this guy wants to hits a pothole and gets kicked back. This needs to be relatively strong. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how this turns out, but it's not finished yet. Not finished yet. Let's finish the other side. This is all subject to change, of course. I'm just trying things out to see what the best way of mounting this would be. The final solution, we don't know yet. Oh, come on. It's not so hard. There you go. Okay. Okay, but now, of course, we need to do some more fixing. It has, I mean, this is a relatively good mounting point, but we need to do something on this side as well. We might even, no, we might not. No, forget it. Let's see what this side is saying. Okay, this is perfect. You see, we can basically mount the, no, oh, it's not perfect. Damn it. We are here. We are one stud too long because this guy here, see, this guy here is going to be where it is, and then there's going to be a lift arm or whatever as a rail, and even if there wasn't, our pin doesn't fit inside of this guy. So that ship has sailed, but to be honest, now that it's mounted, this has enough friction. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. Anyway, this is a nice 5-stud gap that we have here. I'm just going to, for the moment, I'm just going to slap this guy on top, just so that this doesn't move around. It's a little bit too floppy for my taste. Okay. Yeah, so we need to find a way. Well, we cannot really connect them like this. But on the real car, they were controlled separately as well. You can adjust the height of the suspension on the real car individually. I mean, you have to. That's how it's designed. Each each of the torsion bars can be separately adjusted. I mean, the adjuster is on the real car is on the A arm, not here, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but I can't. I cannot connect them here because here is where our gearbox and drivetrain is going to sit. So yeah, but you see, it's too long. It's too long, and at the same time, you see, we're missing the. It's not in the pinhole. So it's all right. We'll. I mean, it maybe it'll be perfectly fine as it is, or we can. I don't know. We can add some friction with other stuff if it's not alright. But it has a lot more friction than the mechanism we had before. This mechanism has no friction. See, this can be turned so easily. This can be turned so easily, and this cannot. Yeah, the tunnel has to be 5 studs. If it's not 5 studs, we cannot fit a gearbox in. So 5 studs is our... Ideally, this axle would be 6 studs long, this one. But such an axle doesn't exist. I can use a 5 stud long axle, no problem. Then we eliminate this, no problem. But yeah, I mean, I can use a 5 stud axle, but just so that we have a mechanism that is really compact. Okay. I have no idea actually what kind of system I'm going to use. Maybe powered up, I don't know. We are going to decide. I would prefer to use something that's current, that people can actually get, and I can get. I don't have the server. I don't have any server from Lego yet. Okay. See how small and cute our mechanism is. Such an evolution from this. I don't know. We are going to decide together. The car that we are going to initially build here is not going to have any power functions at all, but we are designing it with remote control in mind. So everything is beefed up so that when a powerful motor is introduced, everything is going to hold up. That's the idea. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Hmm, wrong side. Yeah, no good. That's no good for us. See, the problem is that there's a hole here. But wait, no. Since there's a hole here, but yeah, the problem is if we have it like this, then we can really we cannot adjust this because we have no way of really turning this. So friction is enough as it is right now. So we're leaving it like this, and we can always change it. We can always change it. We'll see. Maybe we are coming up with something else for the rocker panel, or I don't know. Then everything changes again. So we're not going to obsess with it. Um, Mounting these. So we need a better method to mount these. Right now they are mounted just with one pin here. So they are, yeah, they are very flappy, and we do not want that. At the same time, we want them to be removable. I don't think it's wise to build them into the whole chassis. What do you think? I personally wouldn't, but maybe we are going to need to build them into the chassis. Maybe they need to be part of the chassis because the mounting point of the torsion bar here. Um, let's see. Uh, uh, yeah, they have to be stiff. I just want to show the mounting point for the torsion bar. I think it's on one of the pictures. Okay, here you can see the mounting point of the torsion bar on the chassis. The torsion bar basically just slots in. It's a hexagonal shape, and the torsion bar is basically jammed into this. Um, and this is a very, you can see it's a very strong and fixed part of the chassis. So yeah, I guess we are going to build this into the chassis. Uh, I mean, we're not going overboard or anything, but yeah, that's probably going to be the best. Yeah, and I can already see one way how to do it to be as clean as possible. But okay, um, this. Oh yeah, no, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. How to attach this so it's strong? It doesn't flap apart. Hmm. Yeah, because here we have to consider something as well, because here is our tunnel, and we want to have a floor, and we need to see how to attach the floor. So there's uh, yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now uh, I'm more concerned on how to mount the floor of the car, because maybe we can mount this to the floor of the car somehow, uh, but we need to see first how to do the floor. So on the bottom here, if anybody watched or has seen the E30 chassis, the bottom will be the frame rails. Yeah, the idea is to build the whole car in black, but I do not have black frame rails, and black looks horrible on camera right now. So the gray is much better, much easier to view, much easier to see. So we're sticking with that. Um, but yeah, I mean, in the end, when I rebuild the car for photo shoots or whatever, I can use black. But for now, it's like this. So we can have the rocker panels can be reinforced, of course, with these. Since oh, come on. Yeah, since the rocker panels will be part of the structure, or should be, um, and we and we need to see a cup of tea. Okay, let's see that. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. That's hitting the gear. So this guy needs to go. That's why I have nothing here. Yeah, that's an option. That's an option, absolutely. Um, but we'll see. As I said, these are all good options. But yeah, let me show you. So see, this connector here is just clashing with the gear. So that's really not happening. But this guy here, we'll probably work out something on this side. We'll see. This is a good idea. That's the smallest gear available. I cannot swap it to anything smaller. Maybe later. This is not that important. right now, as I said, this is still subject to change. Right now, I would like to design the floor, because right now we have absolutely no way of connecting the front part to the rear part with strong frame rails. Partly because these guys are in the way, but that's not the whole story. Ah, yeah, no, but I'm not talking about the big black gear. The connector inside of the mechanism is clashing with the 8-tooth gear. That's what I was objecting. Uh, okay, hold on. Let's take another look at this. So, uh, our mechanism sits here. Okay, uh, these reinforcements here are not really necessary, but we need something to brace. Okay, look. Let's try it. I mean, from past experience, I know this doesn't work, but let's see. Okay. Ah, of course, this is not going to. Let's see. Okay. Okay, this is new to me. Is it only me, or did the old gears clash with this? I remember you could not put on one of the old 8-tooth gears inside of here. When did they change this? Did they specifically design those to not interfere with the with a connector here? So they made the gears just a tiny bit smaller. Okay, that's really good to know. I did not know that. Interesting. Okay, okay. Then it's just me. Then it's just me being old. Okay. So yeah, we'll do something with this, but not right now. Yeah, right now we need structure here. We need some structure to go from the front to the back. So basically, floor pan of the car. This is the most important now. So the floor pan of the car goes above, as you can see, above the torsion bar mounting points. So whatever we do, we can do on top of this. But of course, because of this gear, we have to do it, I don't know, here somewhere. And then this extends. We can, of course, make our tunnel with something like this, but the tunnel is going to be big here at the beginning, and then it's going to slim down the further back we go, the slimmer and the lower it's going to be. So uh, let's see what's going to fit here. This guy isn't such a good fit. This guy is, but it's a tad tall for me. It's a tad tall, but it does fit. I mean, not a tad tall, a tad long. We'll probably do this. Let's just see what we do with the frame, with the floor, and then we can mount this guy here to the floor of the car. First floor. That's important, and the floor, of course, needs to be. It'll be a little bit. It'll be high here, and then it's going to drop here. So it's. Come on. If we look at it in levels, so one level is here. This is the level of the floor in the footwell, and then after we pass this guy here, it drops down to this. See? So basically, when you open the door, the floor level is going to be flush with the rocker panel. We can, of course, I don't know, we can add, because in the real car, there's always some kind of step, you know, there's always some kind of step like this. We can, of course, overbuild it. Absolutely. But we'll see about that when we get there. We lost connection for a short while. I hope everybody's back. Okay. The tunnel. I think we're going to start with the tunnel. Yeah, we're back. Okay, so these are going to go. So the tunnel is going to be part of the backbone of the car. So somewhere around here, of course, we need to slim it down, I guess, to 3 studs and have it a little bit lower or something. Maybe use this guy to make it lower and narrower, of course, because somewhere here are going to be the seats, so the seat area needs a little bit less, a little bit more width, and the center shaft, I mean, it's going to be very high if it's like this. You see, right now we have, that's really the height of our gearbox. Maybe we need to use this guy. Yep, going to use this guy. There we go. Much better. Of course, I have them just in white, so right now they're going to be white. I think so. I think I have them just in white. Yeah. Though I do remember I do remember ordering some black ones. I had some black ones at one point. Where did they go? I think I had black ones in the E30. Well, never mind. Those two are the only ones I have, so they'll have to do. I'll order more. Okay. Lovely. So the tunnel is pretty much what we wanted. Then I don't know, something goes up on top. Yeah, you know, but right now I'm not going to obsess with color choices because the car is going to be what you're going to build here is going to be multiple colors. I have orange bits, blue bits, yellow bits. I don't know. We don't care about color for the most part because I just don't have parts in these colors. So this put it together nicely. Okay. Well, it's actually pretty strong as is. Okay, let's continue with the floor. So let's continue with the floor. This we need more connectors. I mean pins. And let's see what we can do. So I would like a lift arm to go here, so to form the backbone to the back, and because of course we need to avoid building anything here because of the gear. The gear may not clash with the connectors, but it certainly doesn't like a lift arm being put on top of it. That's no go. So it has to have a respectful distance. Okay. Now let's see what's fitting inside here. Okay, so this guy can fit here. What about this part? My God, tricky business. So we can have a lift arm on top of these, but not all the way around because otherwise we cannot support the side of the car. But we can do something here. Well, I don't know. We can also put things here, basically providing support. See, come on, support here for our mechanism. We can make two mounting points for it here. That would pretty much secure it in place. But my main concern here is actually how to incorporate this corner here into the overall theme. This is going to be challenging. It may require the use of these guys and maybe even a couple of these guys. So let's remove this corner for now and see if we can make use of this guy like so, and use it for our advantage. Now I'm going to install 2 lift arms just for, I don't know, shits and giggles. I don't know if we are going to keep them or not. Like this. And this guy, no wait, yeah, like this. This guy connects like this to this. Okay, and here we have a mounting opportunity here. I'm using the red pin just so we can see where it is. Okay, and here on the bottom we're going to use again this and this, and yeah, might as well use this guy. Need to see how it's going to pan out. Okay, yes, okay. So this, actually we don't need to put parts in the corner, or do we? Yeah, we do. Okay. Okay, bear with me here. The results will be visible in a moment. Okay. So this could be part of our floor. Of course, this floor, yeah, needs a little reinforcement, but yeah. And from here on, of course, we need to now see. We need to add this to the corner again. And now, of course, this connector doesn't fit, naturally. Why would it? So let's see, does this fit? No. Oh, so I was actually so eager to see if the connector fits inside of this guy. That would have been great. But we're not that lucky. And there's another problem. There's another problem. I'm going to, yeah, there's another problem. Of course. Oh well, it was worth a try. You see, this connector is fine here, but because of the shape of this, the pins of the connector hit this part and it doesn't quite fit. So we cannot use this connector in this place. We need to think of a different way to mount this to this. So basically, I don't know. We could use this guy. Yeah, we could do that. You mean these guys? Yep, that's exactly what we are going to do. Ah. Okay. Now we're golden. Okay. So just need to fix this again with a connector. And then we need to see how we're going to fix this in this corner. Yeah. So very simple. Very simple. Again, same method. Those connectors are actually extremely valuable. I need to buy more. There we go. It's mounted in the corner. And as I can see here, that would be ideal, but exactly. I mean, right now I'm just going to mount this here. Ah, yes, okay. Okay, like this. Just so that the rocker panel is now fixed in place. It doesn't move, doesn't bother us. Okay, very nice, very nice. Now we need to move backwards here. Uh, yeah, they're perfect. The point of those connectors is that they are stiff. I expect stuff that has friction pins on them to be stiff. That's the point of friction pins. Okay, so let's move slowly to the back of the car. Okay, but please, Lego, if you do one thing, do not change those connectors. Okay, moving backwards, we have a few options here. Since we have enough room here, we can do one of many things. We can do this. We can have a nice floor in the car, uh, which I don't know will look pretty good, I guess. Or we can have holes like with this, or if we use the bigger one, I don't know, then we have a hole we need to fill with something. But I don't know, the Mustang, the LP Power Mustang has holes in the bottom. I don't care. I don't really care. Um, well, depends on how much material we are expecting to use. But I don't know. This is actually pretty light. The floor would look pretty realistic, I guess. Yeah, the big frame is lighter. That's true. I, but the problem is, I have only two of them. I have only two of these right now, so and I think they will come handy in other places. Like I don't know. Yeah, I think. I mean, there gotta be some sort of floor in the car. I don't know, and the weight difference is really not that much. We're not going to obsess over a few grams here. Ah, come on. Yeah, but that's not really a problem because the seat needs rails anyway. So the rails would, I don't know, the rails would start here, or we use these two, and then they extend, and I don't know. That's not really a problem. If this is what you're worrying about, don't. We also can adjust, mount the rails on the side lift arms here, so there's no real problem. Um, where can we mount this? Okay, we can mount this here. That's one way to secure this. Yeah. So we would use the panels here, and then from here onwards we don't need panels. So that's basically what we're going to do. But I'm still what I'm worrying about is how to fix the panels to everything, but that's not necessary because we can do this. Come on. So we use these guys. Of course. Of course, that's what always happens. Okay, and of course the pin here, which we can put in from the other side as well. Okay, so we mounted them here and with this pin, and of course there's another opportunity to mount them here. There we go. And this is already pretty damn good. This is pretty stiff. Now let's replicate this on the other side, just for the sake of having it mirrored, and then we can think about mounting our spring adjusters. So we need 2 more panels. Hey Roy, welcome to the stream. Okay, this guy. Then we need a red one. Of course, we need more blue ones. What else do we need? We need more. We need our friends and helpers. This great invention. I have them here inside together with the gray ones and the black ones. So these, this is the compartment with the axle. So with the ones with the axle studs, and this is the compartment with the pin studs. So I have to search for them. Okay. Okay, so we use this one here. Okay, I'm going to pull this apart because I'm going to insert a longer lift arm here. There we go. And I'm just mirroring now everything that we did on the other side. Okay. Here we have a shorter one. I don't know if we are going to keep this guy or not, but he's getting replaced. I mean, we're going to insert the same guy on the other side. But I have a feeling that we are going to pull this apart at one stage again and do something else. Okay, this one is in the middle. Like so. Then we have a long one here. Like this. Then these two come on the scene. Okay. Okay. Now let's pin this side onto the car. Yeah. Looking like something for the first time. And we are going to replicate the rocker panel as well, just so that it's symmetrical. Because the rocker panel itself is also it's going to be one of the structural member of the chassis. That's at least my goal. So it's not dead weight. It's actually it actually has a purpose. Okay. I'm sorry, you're not seeing what I do. Just replicating these two. Okay. They're mirrored. Now let's install this. There we go. Okay. So now let's address these two, our flappy boys. The simplest solution would actually be to just put this guy here, like so. Put in 5-stud axle with stop in here, and that would be it. So basically, I fix this guy here into the chassis. Come on, work with me here. Like this, and now we just put an axle here, and this would probably secure it. No? Don't you think it will be enough? Or just a 5-stud axle? Doesn't have to be an axle with stop. Just a 5-stud axle. And we push it in like this. Good enough for me. Or as one of my heroes would say, it's good enough for the girls I go out with. Yep, AVE. My man. Okay. So. Get disconnected, my boy. So we can now raise it a little bit. Come on. Yeah, AVE is awesome. I quite like what we did here. It looks, so far it looks nice and clean. Not my best work, but it'll do for now. There's plenty of opportunities that I see for reinforcing stuff. For example, yeah, it's nice and compact. So one of the things that we need to keep in mind, that we need to reinforce this side. Let me show you. Come on, where are you? At this moment, what I'm doing right now is considered overkill, but let me explain. So you see, I would like to place this guy here. Okay, why would I like to do that? Because right now uh, all of this structure, or most of it, is attached to the firewall with pins in this direction. Okay, and we have nothing actually, well, not nothing, but this guy here is preventing it. But what we have is that this structure wants to pull apart here. This might be an overkill. I really think it's an overkill, but I would still like to be for it. I would like it to be here. Just just so I feel better, if you know what I mean. So put it in here, and this is relatively secure. And another one on this side. Okay. Now let's see what happens here. There we go. Basically invisible. But it's there. We know it's there. I feel better about it being there. There we go. Okay. These guys also are interesting because if the gearbox allows us, we can basically then reinforce the tunnel like that, or do something else. I don't know. And yeah, not too bad, I guess. Not too bad. Still, the front suspension needs some work. We'll get to that. But what we have now is actually quite stiff already, and will allow us to create a better suspension geometry once we get to it. Okay, next thing, steering. So now that we have our tunnel and all of the adjustment for the suspension is out of the way here. Before it was here taking up a lot of space, which was not ideal. Now we can think about mounting the steering wheel, which is not as easy as it looks, because I don't know. Usually, let me just take the steering wheel from the Mustang. So, if you have a steering wheel, where to put it? Closer to the tunnel or closer to the A-pillar? There's about a 3-stud window here where it could be or could not be. It also depends on the chairs, so on the seats that we are going to mount. Where are they going to be? I don't know. If I had to eyeball it, and I'm probably going to, it's closer to the tunnel, and I would actually mount it here. yeah, that steering wheel is from 2005. That's a 2005 steering wheel with from the LP Power Mustang. So yeah, okay. So I would mount the steering wheel in this, not in this exact position, of course, mind you. That's not the position of it, but uh, the center line of the steering would be here. The the actual steering wheel will be somewhere here. Let's say somewhere here ish. Because yeah, we need to see 5 and 5. Yeah, that's already the hood. That's already our hood. Again, let's do what we already did in the previous episode. So we don't forget. That's the hood line, and the steering wheel is of course slightly, I don't know. It pokes a little bit above the hood line, but of course this is way too big for this scale. So let's get rid of it. Whatever. And we're going to use, what are we going to use? Where do I have the steering wheels? Uh-huh. Well, obviously we're going to use this guy. Not my first choice, but yeah, probably best. As I said, steering will be here. Keep in mind that the tunnel is going to get slimmer here, so the seat is actually going to be, I don't know, well, somehow here. So there's room between the tunnel and let's say that our seat is here. If not, we can always change the position. But what does this mean for our steering column? We want to, yeah, I mean, it'll do for now. We're probably doing our own in the style of the Mustang, but smaller. But for now, the size of the steering wheel is not really important. What we want is the position of the steering wheel, and there will be one joint in the steering system. We are going to use this guy as the joint in the steering system, not the normal cardan joint of Lego, because this has basically zero slack. The cardan joint has slack. So this is what we're going to use. The steering, of course, is coming through here. And of course, I need to make it longer. Maybe with a 12 stud axle. Would this be too much? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, of course. Okay, so we're coming with it through the firewall. Then we're putting the connector on. And we need more length, it seems. Needs to be longer. Okay. First thing, let's Google some interior pictures of the charger. I'm such a klutz. Really. Yes. Is there a front view? Come on. Exactly the picture I'm looking for is not here. Maybe this one. So I want to see where the position of the steering column is. In this perspective, and of course from the side. So how far away from the A pillar it is. So a bit. So the steering wheel is, if this is our A pillar, the steering wheel is about here ish. So now we have a problem, of course, as you think. I don't know, it's too big. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so we have a problem. So this guy here, the steering column, needs to be further to the left. Okay, and there's two obstacles for this. First, the pin of the suspension. Okay, first the pin of the suspension. This guy prevents the axle from going further to the left. And then of course our redesigned brace here, also preventing it. Now what to do? There are several options. Yeah, I think the let's see, how wide is the Mustang wheel? So the Mustang steering wheel is, well, it's about 7 studs wide. But of course it's 8 studs tall because reasons. So yeah. Yes, we are going to have to flip the red pins. That's one part of the solution. That's the easy part. The difficult part is that we need to redesign this. So this, you see, this here, this part here must not be here. Put it simply. My idea is that we can, for example, use this guy here and then progress to the inside with more of them. That's one idea. So we would need, I don't know, 4 of these stacked one next to each other. But this, I don't like this. This is so bulky. It would work, of course, but you know, 4 of them stacked next to each other. Oh, that's, I don't know. Do we really need this? I mean, in the end, maybe the only answer is yes. But let's try it at least. I mean, let's try it. I don't like this idea, but let's try it. Every idea deserves to be tried. Yeah, and I know it's horrible. We're just making a one-off to see where we're at. Let's start this, and we need 6 studs in length. 6 studs. Needs to be 6 studs long. This is 6 studs long. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. It physically hurts me to do this, but there's only one way to find out if this fits and if this is any good and so on. Oh. Okay, so this would be our thing. Oh wait. Okay. Let's install it and see what the effect is. Okay, let's see what the wheel says. And And the wheel says no. I'm just gonna flip this guy here on the A-arm. Okay, that's done. Now the wheel says no, that's fine. Let's just see if we have enough room. Okay. Well, it's better. Definitely better. And the steering wheel will be exactly in this position. I mean, exactly. We're going to extend this like that. This gets mounted and then the steering wheel comes top of this. So it can be here. Yeah. So the steering wheel is going to be in this location, which I think is going to be fine. Going to be fine. Okay. Good. Okay, now to this problem. So where does it hurt? The entire line is too close to the steering wheel. So to the wheel, sorry. Yeah, it looks heavy and bulky, and I would love to find a different solution to this. Now let's explore a few options. Since the wheel basically hits on all of these three, so this guy can stay, but these three need to be at least one stud further to the back. With at least two of them, we need to get rid of at least two of them. So keep in mind. One idea would be this. Okay. So let's get rid of two of them. These two guys are going to be like that. And then we have this and this. Is this 6 studs? No, it's 7 studs. Okay, then this can be like this, I guess. Or wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm just experimenting now, don't judge. This is just a thought experiment. Everything can change. Like this. Okay. See, the wheel still hits this guy. So some re-engineering required. Okay, so we can't have this. So it has to go further back. But the problem is that we need to move it one stud further out in order to mount in the new position. What to do? What to do? And it needs to be stiff. Yeah, but remember yesterday when we engineered this, connectors are not always the best solution. Not always the best solution, because what is our problem? Okay, we can fit these two like that, but then how do we attach them to the rest? Because we cannot just put in connectors here and call it a day, because this is going to pull apart. They need to be connected to this plane. And of course they cannot be here, in here, because they're interfering with this one. Or can they? Actually they can. Actually, I think they can. Hold on. Hold your panties. Okay. Come on. Okay. And now we're going to use these guys. Ah. It's gonna make sense in a moment. Okay. We can have it like this. Okay. So with this, the steering wheel does not, I mean the wheel does not interfere with anything. And I think this is fine. This is fine. It's nice, stable. It's good. It's good. I like it. Let's replicate this on the other side. Okay, just putting some reinforcement so I don't have to deal with that guy. There we go. I'm happy with that. Reasonably happy. Okay. So the last thing that we are going to do today is we're going to mount the steering column. That's going to be quite a feat of engineering still, because we need to engineer a steering column. But I will see. Thing is, I like my steering columns rigid. So it needs to be quite stiff to satisfy me. Which other red pin? You mean this one? It might pop off, or is it triggering your OCD? What do you mean? This one? Well, I'm going to leave this as it is for now, and we're going to concentrate on the steering column. Okay. Now, let's see. On the side view, I wonder what the angles on these are. Oh, this isn't fit. It's okay, cool. Yeah. I just wondered if I should leave 1 or 2 studs out, but we'll leave 2 studs out, so we can actually do something with it. And this is going to be stiff enough. Okay. Now let's see how we can mount this. One mounting point is going to be easy. Ah, yes. So that's no bueno. Like this. Needs to be on the outside. Okay. Okay. Hmm? Okay. I think I can see our first mounting point. I think that's pretty alright. Me. Now to our second mounting point, which should be somewhere here in order to fix this, so it doesn't flap around. This one will be little trickier, probably, or maybe not. What's the spacing here? Just not enough. Just not enough. But in this case, we need to basically we need the steering axle is about half a stud too long. It's a 12 stud plus a 2 stud extension, so that's a 14 stud, but we need a 13 stud and a half. So it will be a 5.5 and an 8. If my math is correct. So we're going to use these two combined with this connector here. Yeah, like this. Excuse me. Yeah, the E30 M3 is a great car. I agree. It's a legend. Okay. That popped in easily. Okay. Okay. There we go. And now this reaches up to that. Okay. Which one? There were many Ford Mustangs. Which generation? So let's see what would fit best and easiest. Yeah. I think we'll do it something like this. Well, I'm at 68, 60, 67. The 67 one is not much different in appearance to the 66 and the 65 one, I guess. The 68 one is the one from Bullet, and my favorite one is the 69 Mustang. It looks the most aggressive, I guess. But you must understand that all of those Mustangs are the same car underneath. All Mustangs of the first generation from 65 till 71 were essentially the same car. I mean, yes, there are differences, of course, but mainly just in appearance. Under the skin, it was the same car. They just facelifted it every year to. Okay. To kind of make people buy them. So where are we at? Okay. We can do it here and here. Okay. The name? You mean the bullet or what? because that's the only Mustang that I think has a name, I guess, if you can call it like that. Just thinking how to do this as efficiently as possible. Ideally, these would extend to there. Yeah, but that wouldn't be fine because, yeah. What to do now? What to do? Maybe. We have them here. Yeah, but then we can't mount it here. But, well, my basic idea is to do a stunt like this. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, that's how. It's so obvious. So obvious. That's how we're going to do it. So we need a fiver axle. This. These come out. Okay. Oh God. Of all of the bars, I picked the one that's bent. Typical. Typical. Oh my God. What the fuck? Whoa! What's wrong with this bar? My God, can you hear that? Jesus. That's the stiffest bar I have ever come across. Man. Oh God. There's days you wish you had such bars. Okay, this one is normal. Oh, okay. What is with these bars? Come on. Okay. So our steering column is pretty damn solid. It's really nice to steer with it. And that's important because when we want the hand of God steering on the roof, we take this away and we attach an axle here that goes to the roof. In the center of the roof, of course, there will be a cardan joint here. But we are going to deal with this when the time is appropriate. So that's it for today. Let's take a look at what we have accomplished. So we have made quite a bit of progress, I guess. The front of the car looks like a car. I really like our mechanism for adjusting the springs. It's so much smaller than before, and it actually allowed us to make a proper chassis. And I can see this being quite stiff when it's done. It's already stiff. Of course, it'll get stiffer when we attach it to the rear part of the car. The next live stream is going to be either on Wednesday or on Thursday. Tomorrow I need to rest a little bit. I need to do some other things, and I'll do some thinking about what we have here already. I need to prepare the suspension geometry comparison that I promised you yesterday. Sorry we didn't do this today, but I think what we have accomplished here, it is going to make our life in the front easier, because now we have something that is actually pretty damn stiff. It's a nice stiff chassis. I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, here in the front, let's see. Yeah. Let's make it like this, just so it's not so in the way. There. I think you are the right one. No, not, but yeah, whatever. So the engine bay. The engine bay is relatively, I don't know, it's not huge. I'm not gonna lie, but it's reasonably sized. There's going to be some modifications still. We're going to get rid of this guy here, probably because it's sticking up quite a bit. Where is he? This guy. Yeah. We'll see. It looks that way to me. But the geometry is still going to change. the geometry that we have here is not the end word, since we are going to change the relation between the upper and lower wishbone, and something on the upright still. So things here are going to change, but now we have a solid base where we can actually, the changes that we are going to make here are going to make sense, because when we designed all of this, we had none of this. So everything here was moving, it wasn't really stiff enough, but now that we have a stiff base, changes here are going to show up much easier. And yeah, I'm going to make pictures of what we made today tomorrow, and put them on both the Facebook page and Twitter. So the link will be there. So as before, you can take a look at everything that we made, and if you like, build. If you're building along, build your own version. If not, just save the pictures for later. Uh, okay, so I see you either on Wednesday or on Thursday. In any case, I'm going to announce the stream in the morning of the day when the stream happens. So with this, happy building.